Hello, welcome back to episode 5 of 50 Shades of NBA podcast. I'm your host, Nathan.
I'm Trey.
And we got a lot to talk about today. We had a lot of news, basketball related breakout, like right after we recorded our podcast.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of sitting on a lot of juicy stuff,
There's
I think.
a lot happening
Yeah,
here.
for about a week.
We're going to have to start talking about doing a second podcast during the week, maybe once the season starts.
Low key, because there's just going to be so much.
There's gonna be we can't, we won't be able to review scores at all because there's just so much happening.
Yeah, we won't be able to review scores and keep up with the stories. So, you know, that can be determined at a later date.
You let us know on Twitter at 50 Shades of NBA _ if you want us to have a second episode every week.
Yep. It'll be good to know.
Yep.
We're down to do it. If y'all are interested, please, reach out, let us know. So going right into it, we can start with Sarver and how he's now looking to sell the team.
Both teams,
yeah.
Suns and the
teams.
Mercury.
Yep.
He's I think he heard the backlash.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it's still odd that Adam Silver was defending him, even if this was going to be the final outcome.
Yeah.
Why would you look bad in the mainstream and then behind the scenes be the good guy?
That's fair.
It's just interesting. Interesting choice.
I think of that. I like to think that Adam Silver is, he's smarter than that.
Yeah.
I think he's made a lot of good decisions in the past. I think he was saying what the owners or the other governors wanted him to say type thing. So they're like, hey, we're not sure what's going to happen yet. Don't throw our boy, more or less under the bus and wait till something else comes out. That's why I'd like to think that's what I'm going to kind of stick with, because he looked goofy and uncomfortable.
So goofy.
In the little press conference.
He did not believe what he was saying.
No, you
at
could
all.
Just looking at the man and you're like, he's lying through his teeth or type thing. But
with this happening, I think I'm back on I approve Adam Silver in terms of as a human being train.
Yeah.
I think that's what I needed, was Sarver to not be in the NBA anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked out. You got your wishes. I was shocked that it happened so fast. I don't want to say had hope or belief in it, but I didn't believe that they were gonna go straight to that.
I thought it was gonna blow over.
Yeah, I did too. I thought they're gonna air quotes reevaluate them in a year.
I'm actually that suspension though. I'm really happy about it because he still has to serve that.
Oh,
so he has a full year away from the team where he can't be on the NBA, and then he has to unceremoniously sell it. So it gives him a year to find the buyer.
Yep.
Which, like it or not, he's an awful person, but he does own it.
He does.
He can sell it.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna walk out with nothing either. It's gonna be north of $1.5 billion.
It's gonna be yeah.
Which is well more than whatever he bought it for.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it was
$200 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was definitely not over $1 billion whenever he bought the team. So that's a happy payday.
Yeah, he's gonna increase his net worth from $10.6 billion to
it's crazy
$12 billion.
Yeah, just like that, chump change.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
I mean he's probably not gonna actually increase his net worth, but he's gonna make money off of this.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, he will.
It was a good investment, and I'm really happy he's gone.
Run. Yeah, I do think anytime a sports team that has been up for sale in recent years, I'm thinking back to the Broncos this past summer before the Walter Penryn or whatever their ownership group name is. Seeing the names that get tossed around into it, I'm sure the biggest one that you've probably seen as well is Jeff Bezos.
The Amazon sons.
Yep. I think it'd be cool to kind of see. I won't lie, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I want to see more former players get a cut into ownership. So
That's fair.
I want Charles Barkley to end up as a Suns.
Ooh.
Not obviously he's with an ownership group. He's not gonna be all right, here's the 1.7 billion. Yeah. I'm Charles Barkley. He doesn't
need a lot of help.
But
but
it'd be cool because KG almost bought the Timberwolves, which was the whole plan for such a long time.
Yep.
I know if you haven't seen that, I think it's an SB Nation video about his beef with the owner, Glenn Taylor. Check that out. This is not sponsored. I just really like their YouTube channel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was going to buy, and Glenn Taylor just hated KG, so he just didn't let him, basically. Yep. And so, I know, I want to see more players who have done so much for that team
at least be a part of it.
be able to buy it. Like, I love that Dwayne Wade is a part owner of the Jazz.
Ooh, go D Wade.
Yeah.
No, I do too.
I love
I
it.
do
I
too.
love seeing former NBA players like,
Mm-hmm.
because they get paid a lot, yes. Owners get paid so much more.
Yeah. No,
So much
there are
more.
levels to it.
Because owners get 56% of all revenue,
Uh-huh.
and there's only 30 of them.
Yep.
The rest of the players, there's 15 per team, there's 30 teams,
Yep.
they get 44%. Or 46, 44. 44 and 56, yeah. No, so I love seeing, I would love to see like Charles Barkley or some,
That'd be cool.
even like Amari Stoudemire is like the face of a new group. I would love it.
Some of their big former legends of the past. Yeah.
I would
that'd
say
be
Steve
sick.
Nash, but he can't.
Yeah.
He's a coach.
Well, hear me out. If I'm Steve Nash, KD and Kyrie already hate me. I'm stepping down.
I
I'm
just
gonna go
quit.
be an owner. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Let me go.
Do you think he
own
could
a
appoint
team.
himself as the coach?
Ooh.
Would they do that to Monty Williams? Do you think if he just
Oh
like,
God, no.
but like,
like
if he's the
Monty.
owner, Steve Nash, do you think he has like? I don't think he has that level of ego.
I don't think so either.
He's just gonna go back to making weird
He
TikToks.
okay.
And
He
owning the
definitely
Suns.
doesn't have that level of ego, or
Mm-mm.
else the Nets would be run better.
That's yeah, that's true.
No, I love Monty though. What
Monty's a great coach,
yeah, he is.
but I would love to see like former players get that chance more often.
Yeah.
Because it's what they deserve, especially like certain players deserve it more. Like KG deserves to be a part owner of the
Yep.
Timberwolves.
And that's kind of why he low-key has a very sour taste in his mouth
Yeah.
for T-Wolves, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore because
Oh, not
Glenn Taylor
anymore?
sold it.
Oh, gotcha.
Glenn Taylor sold it, so he's more fine with it.
Okay.
Like Taylor was like refusing to retire his number and stuff. Like it was
terrible.
it was really petty
yeah.
from that owner.
You hate to
So
see
Glenn
it.
Taylor, if you're listening, stop being a douche.
Pure and simple.
Yep.
Pure
Which I
and
know
simple.
you're listening.
Big pod.
Big
That's why.
bod.
That's why. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of that. It's nice to see,
Mm-hmm.
that stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see if there is an NBA ownership group that kind of steps in and
I agree.
takes reign. But the other kind of big news that broke last week was the Celtics head
Ooh.
coach and his year away from the team, which the team decided on for breaking organizational policies. Ime Udoka.
Udoka.
My bad. But yeah, his 1 year suspension. Yeah, we'll kind of talk about that. There's been a lot of like kind of controversy.
There's
my
been a lot of just
understanding.
like rumors.
Yeah, a lot of rumors.
And not a lot confirmed.
Yeah.
I've heard a million different stories. I don't know which ones to believe anymore.
I don't either.
From what we heard from Shams, he had a consensual relationship with an employee.
Yep.
Also working for the Celtics.
Yep.
Done for a year. That's it. I've heard a million variations off of that. I've heard worse stories. I've heard better stories.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe.
There's just not enough.
I was
like,
told
out
that there was
there.
a Shams tweet that they may have been non-consensual relationships, but I didn't see the tweet and I haven't seen it since. So I'm not.
I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but there'd be more about that.
Yeah. How do you feel though if it is just as straight and cut as consensual relationship with another employee?
If it is a part of the, what do you call it? Like their organizational guidelines, I do get it for suspending him for a year, but I don't get why you'd want to make that public and then just be like, oh, just some organizational stuff, or just fine him. I get.
Well, I was talking to Dr. C about it, right?
Yeah.
He said that it wouldn't be. Oh, shout out Dr. C if you're listening. I
Dr.
I don't
C.
think you are, which hurts, but it's fine. But no, he was saying that a lot of times they're not necessarily in the guidelines explicitly.
Yeah.
Because like if
Is it
everyone's
like
like
a
out going to
gray
the bar
area?
and nothing, and like you're just hanging out at a bar, all
Yeah.
of you, and like two people like each other.
Uh-huh.
How does it feel then? But there is guidelines about like sometimes about on specific company time, that type of relationship.
Okay.
And so that would be a whole different thing.
Yeah.
If, he was ditching out on meetings to go have fun in a closet with a different worker who's also ditching out on things.
Okay. That's fair.
Also, it changes if it's like a high level or low level employee.
Uh-huh.
Because if it's a high level, it's a little bit more okay in my brain. Not that any of it's okay.
Yeah.
But like in a low level situation,
The whole power dynamic
there's a power dynamic
Yeah,
that just
there
means
is.
that consent really can't
be given.
be assured,
Yeah.
So
Huh. That's interesting. The whole Dr. C point,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just don't like this being public knowledge now, and then not having any
It's so gross.
answers of why.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Did you watch the press conference that Brad Stevens and
Mm-mm.
I forgot the other Celtics dude's name, but they were kind of talking with the media, and I don't know, the whole situation was just so tense. Is what I got out of it. Like Stevens, his body language was, very, I don't know how you say, rugged. Just with all the questions, which it kind of makes sense given, the circumstances, and everyone, I think, felt the way we kind of do, like wanting to know more, but the Celtics not being able to provide more information,
Obviously,
just given the details.
You want to protect the privacy of both parties, no matter what. It's just it's a sticky, gross, weird situation.
Well, and now I'm kind of thinking back, like, other situations in the past, not necessarily with the Celtics, but like with our other organizations, you have to assume someone's broken, some sort of team policy
misconduct,
and we just haven't heard about it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
right? Is that
mathematically it makes sense?
Mathematically,
right?
It makes sense.
But I don't know because
is there?
I don't know any high profile cases. I don't know. I don't think there's probably any head coach cases that are out in the public like this. It had to have happened at some point.
I want to also, I don't know if they gave a reason why they publicized it, but I'd like to know why. Maybe I have to go look it up after.
I think the main reason it got publicized is because how are they
Was it leaked?
Well, I think so. I think Shams dropped it. Shams or Woj dropped it. But how are you going to justify the 1 year suspension?
Is it for both, or is it just for...
I think it's just for Ime.
Ah, gotcha.
Which is also interesting. I assume it's for both, but they're just not releasing...
Yeah. Because other individuals.
Yeah, because Ime's in public eye.
He is.
And so he kind of signed away that right to
his privacy.
All privacy, right? Because he's like in that public eye, and he's a championship going to coach. Like, this is the Celtics.
Yep.
Like, they should be defending their Eastern Conference championship.
Yeah.
They don't have a coach anymore.
No,
they have some what's the interim coach.
Yep.
So,
who was a Jazz candidate?
Hey,
let me add. Yeah,
everyone was a Jazz candidate. No one wanted the job.
You're right.
You are right. What kind of distraction does this bring into your locker room? If let's say you're Jason Tatum, right?
I think so many.
You can
try and play it off like it's not a big deal, but that's huge.
Yeah,
like that is huge.
If you play it off like it's not a big deal, and you have a quote where it's like, that's not that big of a deal, and it comes out and it's massive.
Yeah. Oh, that could be twisted and turned so many different ways.
Like Jason Tatum didn't think it was a big deal. Well, Jason Tatum might not know everything. I would be so sick because you got to know after every game.
Yep.
Until it's all cleared out.
Before and after.
You're getting hit with. So what did you know about Ime Udoka? What was happening? Blah,
How do you
blah,
feel about this situation?
I'm like,
how's it? What's it like playing without your head coach?
I just got my butt kicked by the Sixers on opening night. That's a prediction, by the way.
Okay.
I just got my butt kicked by the Sixers on opening night. I don't want to talk about Ime Udoka. I just shot 8 for 24.
8 for 24.
Yeah.
The things he does for Kobe.
All mid-range shots.
All mid-range shots.
No, I don't get like how Ime comes back at the end of this without all the information being revealed.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the other individual's name, but I need to know. I just need there to not be these rumors.
Yeah. Something needs to be cleared up. Well, okay, if you're Ime, would you go back to the Celtics after this? Yeah.
Yeah. I have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and DPOY Marcus Smart.
Marcus.
Yeah. No, I'm going right back to the Celtics though. I'll probably keep my pants on, but
that's fair.
I would keep my pants on in the first place, so I don't know what Ime's head
also
is.
Fair.
Where
his
head's
long,
at,
bro. That's his fiance. I don't think they ever.
I think they're white. I think they're married, bro.
Wow, terrible.
Bro fumbled.
Long. Yeah. You know how many rap songs have been name dropping her? How many rappers?
I'll be honest. I'd never heard of her until this happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure I've heard her name. I just hadn't like put thought into her existence at all.
Okay, that's fair. Well, now you have.
Yeah.
Now you have.
Nope. Bro fumbled.
Bro fumbled big time. Yeah. I'm curious to see what will come in, coming weeks. If anything, honestly, who knows with it.
Do you think there's a world where the Celtics will just not say anything? Like,
I
just
could
be
see
like, we're
him-
moving forward with this. Like, we don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
Like, as cut and dry as that. And then,
I can totally see that.
because it was like, there would still be speculation, but there
Yep.
wouldn't be. If I like told that to everyone,
If I was an organization, I'd probably do that. Be like, hey, listen, we're not going to answer these questions.
we don't want to answer these questions.
Yep.
If we ever want to release information to you, we'll release information to you.
Yep.
But that's
You
it.
you almost have to do that if you're the organization,
gotta.
or else it is just that much more
Every
of a
single
distraction.
player is asked about that at
Yep.
all times.
It's still going to be a distraction regardless.
No, yeah, no matter what, because your coach is suspended for a year
Yep.
and coming back in a year,
Yep.
and you're defending Eastern Conference championship with a great young player
Yeah.
and Jaylen Brown.
Great young players.
Nope.
Wow.
No, yeah, they have great young players.
Tough.
It's a great young team.
Yeah, it is.
It really is, and it's well balanced. Brad
Yep.
Stevens did a great job making it,
Yep.
constructing it, along with Danny Ainge, who I think did all the drafting. But
Go
Brad
Danny.
Stevens was the head coach.
Yep.
You know, I mean, they put together a really good squad, and I mean, they really did find a great coach.
It was like the Cinderella shoe
Yeah,
type thing.
it was, and then that Cinderella shoe fell off
Yes,
in
it
a
did.
closet.
Yes, it did. In
Okay,
the
I'm
closet.
just gonna clarify. I don't know if there's an actual closet here. This is just like metaphorical closet.
Yeah, metaphorical.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want anytime we get quoted here, right? And they'll be
Yep.
like, yo, 50 Shades of NBA podcast
So
said
there
it
was a closet.
said there was a closet, bro.
Closet in the Celtics facility.
And then we look stupid because there was no closet.
No closet.
It was
That
actually
we
in an
know of.
office. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Yeah, everything's hypothetical here.
No. I didn't even
But-
think about this. So we have a list that I always put this stuff on
Yep.
for us to talk about. Doc Rivers. His Twitter likes.
Oh my god, dude! I totally forgot about
I
that
did
too.
too.
Oh my
Ime
god!
Udoka, it's not like good that this happened, but very good timing for
Very good
Doc
timing.
Rivers to have his
Yeah.
Twitter likes just completely blow over.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I guess I'll
Give the
I'll
background.
kinda
Nate.
talk
Give the
about-
background.
Okay, well, Doc Rivers is, to keep it lightly, a very testosterone-driven
Bro was down.
individual.
He was down bad.
He had the horny.
He did. That's
he had the horny, bro.
all right,
Oh
guys.
my
That's
God.
officially the grossest thing that I've heard on our podcast so
What-
far.
I couldn't
I
think of a
said
better
down
word,
bad.
bro. You're down bad, yeah.
No, so he went through and like pornographic images on
A
his
lot,
Twitter.
like-
He had 8 or 9 of the last 10 or 8 of the last 9, something like that,
There's a lot, bro.
was porn.
Yep.
And like all this was happening at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
Right. So it's all just like,
Yo, what are you doing that too?
yeah, like
What
why?
are you doing that too, bro?
What's happening right now? And
Uh-huh.
so then Doc Rivers came out and said he was hacked.
Uh-huh.
That's not what someone does when they have like if
No,
I had
someone's
if I
tweeting
hacked
something,
Doc
dude.
Rivers' Twitter account, right? I'd be like, fire Doc Rivers, LOL.
Yeah.
And I'd be
I'd
like,
be saying Joel sucks.
yeah, like there would
Yeah.
be
Joel's
you
being
would
traded.
be showing the play. It's like when Giannis got hacked,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, Chris Middleton mid as heck.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
you would say something that more directly, affects them.
Yeah, you're not gonna like unless it's like the long play of like someone
Ah.
someone will see this and it will blow up, and be like, and no one will believe him. It's the perfect crime. Like,
Could
Let's-
you imagine?
imagine you hack an NBA head coach's Twitter account, and all you do is just like
Just
images.
like that.
And you're like, bam, got him.
Oh,
Like,
Lord. I honestly,
Does
I'm-
anyone believe Doc? But now at this
No,
point, does
you
anyone
can't.
care?
no. I still care. I think that's hilarious.
It's really
Your
funny.
guys' coach is weird, bro.
He's
Goofy.
he's down horrendous.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's married too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I
Maybe-
think
maybe he's- oh.
he should be suspended 1 year,
Uh-huh.
and Sam Cassell, I guess, would have to take over the head coaching position.
Yes. What a world
No,
that
no.
would be. Oh no.
Okay, I want to clarify. I didn't come up with that joke. I saw that on Twitter.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not that funny.
I would like to think you are.
Thanks, homie.
In my mind, that was an original thought.
Well,
by,
it was not
by Trey.
I saw it on Twitter. I laughed.
Okay. Well, I was trying to give you credit.
Yeah. So that's our Sarver information and our head coach information.
Yeah. Good coaches.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Same
Wow.
conference.
Same conference. Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Eastern Atlantic.
East is a mess, bro.
Bro, it's wild
Meanwhile,
out
we
there.
got Greg Pop doing the Lord's work.
Oh yeah, so Greg
Yeah,
Pop,
Greg Pop's the
Candace
goat, dude.
Dupree, who is a WNBA star, 7-time WNBA All-Star,
So good.
is
That's crazy.
assistant coach. Yeah,
Yep.
it's so good. but an assistant coach with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah. No, that's sick.
Which is awesome because we all wanted Becky Hammond to be the next in line. Becky Hammond or
I think
Tim
that would have
Duncan.
been so sick.
Yeah, and obviously Becky Hammond knows ball. Like she just won a championship, bro.
Yes, she did. Shout out Aces.
Yeah, so I'm excited for. I don't know a lot about Candace Dupree. I don't
either.
I don't know how to watch the WNBA ever.
Yeah. They have games occasionally on ESPN if you have.
I don't have ESPN.
If you have Hulu, Hulu has live sports.
Okay, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I have
sponsored.
Our like UD Hulu, like
okay,
college student Hulu. I'll use that. But
yeah.
So Candace Dupree.
Yep.
New
7-time All-Star.
coach. She's gonna be. I hope she's gonna be really good. I'm gonna look up her stats real quick while we're.
Yeah, by all means.
You go ahead.
When I first saw it, I was happy about it. I think Greg Pop has typically a pretty good track record of who his assistant coaches are. I guess kind of going into that, Ime was also a assistant coach.
So was Brett Brown.
Yep, and Brett Bound. But I don't know. Brett Bound.
Yeah.
But I think Greg Pop has a good eye for talent in that regard. Just going back to Becky, like she's tremendous in her own right, and obviously championship pedigree coaching. I think it's another good opportunity for a woman head coach or assistant coach in the NBA, which you can always use more representation in that line. So I liked it. I liked the hiring. Obviously, awesome credentials, 7-time All-Star, and basketball's basketball, baby.
With Chicago, Phoenix, Indiana,
okay,
Seattle, and Atlanta.
Sick.
Seattle and Atlanta was this year.
Okay, gotcha.
She was an All-Star in 3 of her first 4 years with Chicago.
Dope.
Career averages of 14 points per game.
Solid.
49% from the field. Sorry, I don't like how Basketball Reference has this laid out.
You're cool.
And 6.4 rebounds, 1.8 assists.
Huh.
She was a forward. If you can't tell. Those are very forward. That's a very power forward type stat line.
Props.
14, 7, 1. Not a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah. I'm not either, so.
Yeah, listen, we suck.
We are terrible.
We talk about basketball.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, we talk about basketball. We can't even make it onto our D3 team.
Ooh, go UD Spartans. They are pretty good, though.
Yeah, our men's basketball team is pretty good. Shout out Ethan Smith, basketball manager.
Shout out Hunter. I know he plays basketball. Fletcher and Zach, my residents.
Hey.
I know y'all listening, Big Pod.
Are they listening?
No, probably not. But if they are, Zach and Fletcher,
I
just gave you a shout out.
Wow, we have more than 3 followers.
Well, maybe I'll have to go back now and say, hey guys, I name dropped you
in the pod.
In the pod. So
that's what we'll do. We'll just name drop everyone one by
and
one.
Tell them
podcast.
that.
And then they'll listen and they're like, oh, these guys are funny.
That is genius.
Yeah, we'll start a Cameo account.
Okay.
Like we'll drop your name in the pod.
That's awesome.
We'll work it in. We'll work it in well. Just give us something to go
Smooth
off of.
integration.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I guess
it's fun.
That's the rest of our head coaching news. Sorry.
Yeah.
There was off topic.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right. I didn't realize there was another head coach on there. But that's awesome. I'm happy. I love Pop.
Yeah, he's sick.
He was hired as the GM of the Spurs, not the head coach first.
Huh.
And then Tim Duncan was hurt.
Yeah.
And so they started the season 6-18 one year, and he fired the head coach and appointed himself head coach.
That's a power move.
Yeah.
I think it paid off.
Yeah, it did. No, it did.
Yeah, I think it paid off.
He used to get booed.
Really?
Like horrendously. Like even they were like, he's awful. Like his ego's gonna be downfall of the Spurs. They called him they said his ceiling is an assistant coach with assistant coach ideas.
Wow. That's tough.
Yeah, I just watched the SB Nation video on that. Still not sponsored.
Huh. There you go. Yeah, never knew any of that, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's like that's before we were alive.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at it now, you're just kind of like, who said this? Who said
I remember
this?
Phil Jackson hated him.
Okay,
He used to make fun of him all the time.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah. So it was like, let me give you the whole quick rundown. Pop was D3 head coach. Won 2 games his first year. And then took a sabbatical. He eventually did really well with D3 school.
Yeah.
Took a sabbatical. During the sabbatical, he went and assistant coached under Larry Brown.
Sick.
When Larry Brown was still in college.
Yep.
Then Larry Brown got hired. Pop was like, I want to call Larry Brown and ask if I can come with him on his assistant staff. But he's like, I was scared.
Yep.
Larry Brown was like, yes, I want you on my assistant staff. On his assistant staff, a different head coach, like, because Larry Brown was hired to coach the Spurs.
Yeah.
A different head coach was like, oh my gosh, that Popovich kid is great.
Yeah.
Hired him to be an assistant straight off of the bench.
Dang. Okay.
And then the Spurs contacted Pop and were like, we want you to be our GM. And that's how it became. That's the whole story.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Talking about like an ascent.
Yeah. I think that might be what the show is called.
Oh my God. I'm great.
Yeah. Goated.
What
No,
can I
it's
say?
awesome.
Yeah.
If it's
really
not what
cool.
it's just called, we're gonna start a YouTube series called Ascent.
Ascent. There we go. Trademark patent pending. If it's not already.
Big Bud.
Yeah, big pod.
I'm sure there's a trademark on the word Ascent.
It's okay. We'll get lawyers. I know a guy.
I don't. All right. That's it for head coach news. We're only 25 minutes into this pod. This is going to be a long one, guys.
Yeah.
There's so much we got to talk about still. So we'll rapid fire, right? Dean Wade.
Yep.
Re-signs with Cavs. 3-year, $18.5 million.
I like it.
I like it too. He's I think he was undrafted or like a late round draft back. So he's a very much like developmental story.
Yeah. He was with the Cavs like after LeBron left for the second time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's even longer than I thought.
Yeah.
I just remember
he's been there for a minute, bro.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
When you because he missed his first few years apparently, right? Because he misses. I know he didn't play his entire one of the years that I knew, but before the Anthony Edwards draft, 2K dropped, right? And they didn't have the players onto their team because they weren't drafted yet. Because of the whole COVID messing everything up. So if you did a simulation in that 2K, Dean Wade won every single Rookie of the Year.
That's awesome.
Because he was the only rookie in the entire league because everyone else wasn't in there yet.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that's how I knew Dean Wade.
Yeah. I
think.
The first thing I remember about Dean Wade on the Cavs was that there being another D Wade on the Cavs.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. That's so funny.
He was the next D Wade.
Oh, what a goat.
Yeah.
What a goat.
No. But props to him. Like you said, very like homegrown type of player, and it's cool to see the Cavs even after making this big splash with the Donovan Mitchell trade. You know, still kind of sticking with the people who got them.
You grew this person.
I always like to see that in sports.
It's kind of like the Daniel House thing.
Yeah.
With the Rockets, where he was like a G League and then developmental guy and then worked out.
For sure.
Dean Wade, 5.3 points per game last year on I think it was 35.9% shooting from deep. So just a little bit above average, I think.
Yeah.
I think 35 is average, something like that.
Oh, that's solid. Love
So,
that from a bench player.
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
19 minutes per game. He's giving you that level, and then you guys were not a bad team last year.
No, not at all.
And now you add D Mitch.
Yep.
The ascension of Darius Garland.
Uh-huh.
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Mobley's only gonna get better.
Crazy.
Even if this is Jared Allen's floor.
Yeah.
He made an all-star team last year.
Yeah, an all-star floor.
And then Isaac Okoro is a really good
Yep.
defender with only upside on offense.
Absolutely. Cavs are going to be so good.
They're gonna be so good.
Yep.
Oh, so I'm happy they're sticking with Dean Wade. I like that.
I am too.
Okay, we gotta move to the next guy.
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
The Suns have now granted him permission
To seek trade.
to seek trades. Baby.
Did you see his tweet?
The one that was deleted?
Yeah.
I remember seeing it was deleted. Do you remember what it
So
said?
yeah. So there was a tweet. It was like, who's gonna start Cam Johnson or Jay Crowder, right?
Okay.
And Jay Crowder quote tweeted and said, 99 won't be there.
Yep. I do remember seeing that now.
I was like,
that's awesome. I wish he didn't delete that.
it's good. It was
so
very
funny,
much
dude.
Eric Bledsoe, I don't want to be here
Yep.
vibes.
So funny.
Yeah.
But
No, we talked about him a lot last podcast.
Yep.
He officially got permission from the Suns. I don't know what they did to piss off so many players.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Did you see DeAndre Ayton's media day interview?
I haven't watched it, but I saw it on my
It's
timeline.
insane.
Really?
It's
Is he
insane.
Going into him?
No.
Really?
No, it was so like
Can you regurgitate?
ask me,
Trey, what was it? What did he say?
Just ask me like how I'm feeling about getting my contract.
Okay. How do you feel about, you getting your contract?
Feels good.
That was it?
That's all. That's literally all he said.
Oh my God.
Someone goes, that's it? He goes, that's all.
Wow.
It's insane.
Wow.
It's like the most stone face, like, What did you do?
Wow.
To screw up your relationship with your entire starting front court from your 64-win team?
That's ridiculous.
How is that your headline when you have a racist owner selling the team?
Literally.
What are you doing, Phoenix?
Wow. It's like they're blowing up. It's a good thing they're getting a new owner because it's going to be a clean house, dude.
Who is the locker room cancer here? Like, there's no player who I think is the locker room cancer.
Got to be Chris Paul. He's gone through 2 owners.
Chris
now.
Paul's goated. And like everything he does is to get his teammates paid. He said that about Ayton.
Yeah.
D-Book, they love him. He's been there forever.
Yeah.
Monty Williams is a coach that they would die for. Is it really just Sarver again? Like, what is happening to the point where they're just like, who's their GM? Because they must hate him.
That's a great question.
Like, it's got to be that.
Fingers at the GM.
GM, owner, management, everything. Get it out of there. I want new stuff because Chris Paul deserves a ring, and so does D-Book.
And do you think Chris Paul and D-Book will get one now and in Phoenix with how the West looks?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I feel like there'd be a lot of 7-game series.
There's an
equal. It would have to go to that.
They have as much of a chance as anyone else in the West, in my mind. That's fair. I think they are one of the top contenders in the West.
That's fair. I feel like going into this season, like all the West teams, all the Western Conference teams,
it depends on
there's going to be a lot of 6-7 game series.
Yeah.
And I'm fully prepared and excited for it. Knowing I can watch it.
We'll do a YouTube live stream of our faces watching games.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. No, that's great.
No, it's insane. It depends on what they get back for Jay Crowder, right? Because if they get back draft picks, their chances for winning this year go down.
Yeah.
If they get back players, their chances will go down because you're losing Jay Crowder, but not nearly as bad if you're just getting a future.
If they still want to compete in the West right now, you have to get a player, dude.
I'm just saying, Furcon
plus Chris Paul's window is closing. You can't waste, can't wait around
2 more years max. I feel like of like top 5 point guard play.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough out here for Chris Paul.
Tough day to be a Sun fan.
All right, next bullet point.
Ooh, Bojan got to traded. The Pistons. Honestly, I didn't see this one coming. I thought they should have held on to him at least till season started.
Why you didn't.
Yeah, and because his trade value would have gone up.
His trade value was already super high in my mind.
No, like a couple weeks ago, like last week, I feel like they said they wanted at least a first rounder for him, Conley, and Clarkson, and then and then we just got players back. Obviously, the players in return don't match the player.
Lee plus Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, they don't match what Bojan brought.
No pick, not even a second, bro.
I know. I think that's why I don't like it as a Jazz fan.
Are you banking on
no pick?
Because Kelly Olynyk, I'm pretty sure is
he's probably going to be another. I'd like to see him be a trade piece.
Yeah, but he's an expiring, which brings his trade value up. So are you either you're banking on Kelly Olynyk doing something enough for you where you can get a first round pick for him?
Yep.
Or you're holding out for the idea that when he leaves your team, that you don't have to pay that much and you're just a cheap team. Because you don't want to pay a lot of money for a team that sucks.
No, you do not.
Like,
the worst thing you can do.
And so, I don't know, does Bojan have 1 or 2 years left? Do you know if he's expiring?
I want to say he's not. I'm not too sure though, on the contract details.
But yeah, Bojan, I think, was probably the best piece in that out of Conley, Clarkson, and Bojan. Bojan's the one that most seamlessly fits every team.
Yeah, absolutely.
He shot like 38, 39% from
very good
3
shooter.
On 7 threes a game.
Yeah, very good shooter.
Like, he's automatic out there.
Don't get me wrong. I thought he played pretty solid defense too.
I can either
a solid
confirm
defender.
Nor deny.
I have to look at this, like whatever stats afterward, but like just watching him play, he was a solid defender. Like, he didn't have any cool, flashy blocks or anything like that, but he could lock people down occasionally.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild that apparently, so like the Jazz are apparently super high on Saben Lee, which I don't like. Saben Lee, I'm sure, isn't a bad point guard. I don't watch Detroit Pistons games.
I don't either. I know why you would.
5.6 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 37 games last year. Yep. He was like a 2nd-round draft pick. Went to Vanderbilt. Like, there's nothing super special here where I'm like, There's
I
nothing
just
super
skipped my
special.
water
He
bottle.
just kicked his water bottle, just slammed it onto the ground, metal water bottle and all. But no, I just don't get. I don't get the point of like Bojan for saving. Like, you're not even getting like a high upside prospect here.
Yeah, it's tough. Hey, we're embracing the tank, baby.
You really are.
Embracing
you really
the
are.
tank. Get us a Victor W. I'm not going to try and say his last name.
Wembanyama?
Yep, that. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's right.
You know what? I'd love to see it.
Okay.
I don't care what the odds say. We're getting them.
I mean, you
that would
feasibly can.
speed up our
It
like
does.
12-year
It does.
rebuild claim.
No, it shouldn't. I would say it still makes you like a 10-year rebuild team.
Yeah, see? 2 years. Expedited.
I would have thought 10 already. 10 to like 30.
Yeah, I'm just pessimistic
Yeah.
when it comes to this, but oh well.
Yeah, no, I definitely think like it was an interesting cost-cutting move to not hold out for more picks.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up at the point where you have more picks than like players than you can have in your roster, and then you're consolidating, trading back all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's never bad to have those assets.
It's not.
And if you could have gotten a Detroit second, that's basically a late first.
That's true.
Best case scenario,
Mm-hmm.
for Utah. I don't know why. I guess best case scenario now, Kelly Olynyk is like the new Nikola Mirotic of like plus 3-point shooter and then big man.
Yeah. We have to wait and see.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Hey, in Danny, I trust.
Okay.
I trust.
I mean,
he's been good to me so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Next thing.
Iggy
re-signed with the Warriors according to his podcast. Hey, you want to collab?
Retiring. Yeah, Iggy,
if you want to collab, the
we'll tweet at you, baby.
Point small forward. I don't remember. Point forward podcast.
I think it's that point.
Something like
podcast.
That. We'll collab with you.
Yeah.
We'll come be on yours. You come be on ours.
Yep.
Like, we'd love it.
Yeah.
But he said that he said, Steph, this is my last one.
Yep.
I love Iguodala.
I do too.
I
like Iggy.
There was an article about him being like the defender of Steph Curry's legacy or something like that, and
That's
I love
fair.
that. I love it.
That's fair.
I love that mentality. I love what he does for the Warriors. I'm happy that he gets rings and has his Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Do you think Iggy's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. I think he is.
Okay.
That's a good resume. Got
it
Finals
is, but
MVP
like
on that bad boy.
He's got one All-Star.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's enough for me.
I respect it.
I also think to get into the NBA Hall of Fame, it's a lot easier than what you would look at for the NFL Hall of Fame.
So is Derrick Rose a Hall of Famer?
Come back to me on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
talk about it
yeah, you can make an argument.
We'll talk about it next episode.
Sounds good.
But yeah, happy for Iggy. He's re-signed with the Warriors. Want to hit the next one?
Yeah. Dennis Smith and LiAngelo Ball to the Hornets. Yeah.
One of those is significantly more important to Hornets fans.
Yeah.
Getting Jello on the team with LaMelo is really, really cool.
Love to see it, honestly. I know you're big on LiAngelo.
I think he's so cool.
Yeah, you love him.
I do.
I'm rooting for Dennis Smith Jr.
DSJ. So is J. Cole.
So is J. Cole. Big fan in there. But, yeah, curious to see what those signings do for the Hornets.
Do you think either are going to make final roster?
I think one will.
I hope
one
Jello
or the
does. I don't think DSJ will, but he was on Portland last year, right?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid player. I do.
His percentages suck, and he was awful for the Knicks. He was so bad.
That's fair, but I also think how much of that had to do with the Knicks being the Knicks?
Dude, he couldn't beat out like whoever their starting point guard was that year. It was like a 35-year-old man.
Man, screw that.
Yeah, it sucked.
But I believe in you, DSG.
J.
Did I say G?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. But let's see. Oh, some media. Do you want to talk about Vit?
Yeah, we could talk about Vit. So
right.
Vit Krejci.
Yep.
Vit Krejci, 37th overall pick in the 2020 draft, traded to Atlanta for a second round pick and Mo Harkless. Basically, just I'm sure it's just cost cutting for Atlanta and pick asset gathering for OKC and Sam Presti. So
Good old Sam.
Good old Sam.
Yeah,
Not
Sam
even the
loves
best Sam. Sam Hinkie, so much better.
Oh, damn.
Sam Hinkie died for our sins, bro.
Okay, that's fair.
He died so Sam Hinkie died so that Sam Presti could run.
Touche. Yeah, that's fair. He's kind of a trailblazer in that regard.
He was.
Huh?
Also, Sam Hinkie worked under Sam Presti.
Oh, dang. All right.
I'm pretty sure. That's either Sam Hinkie worked under Sam Presti
or vice versa.
Or Sam Hinkie, no. Or Sam Hinkie worked under Daryl Morey and Morey worked under Hinkie. Actually, that's it for sure.
That's the family tree of it.
Yep. All right. They're all one and the same.
Okay.
Hinkie, Presti,
they all got ties.
Morey, love it.
They got family ties.
Yep. But yeah, so that's it for Vit. He's played like 30 games.
Okay.
He shot like 40% from the field. He only played last year, I think. I think he made his debut last year, so.
You'd love to see it.
That's about it for him.
Yeah.
Then
there's a couple media day quotes I did think were interesting.
The last thing we're going to talk about, I promise, because we're at 40 minutes right now.
Thank y'all for sticking through with us. I saw one right before we started with Alonso, just essentially talking about his knee injury and I guess how he can't run and can't jump. So obviously that sucks for Alonso and Bulls fans in general because this injury has been significantly longer than what was initially reported. I want to say like the initial timetable for it was like a couple weeks to a month. Yeah. And now we're going on, a year eventually. Cause if he can't run and jump, ain't no way he's coming back.
It's going to take a minute. He's not going to make it for opening.
Absolutely not.
Hear me out. New offense idea.
Huh.
Lonzo stays at half court, right?
Just some cherry picking.
Cherry picking assists, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So he comes out. Does Derrick Jones Jr. still play for them? I feel like he doesn't.
Yeah, not sure.
Some dunkers come out, right? You just get like fast athletic dunkers.
Yep.
You have him play zone, 4-on-5 zone.
Yep.
And then for every time they have a turnover, you just throw it up to Zoe. He'll stand just past half court so he doesn't get the back court. And just stand there and throw it to someone for an assist.
I dig it.
Yep. And then KD, Kyrie.
Oh, yeah. I saw something really quick just about KD and Kyrie talking about, their offseason shenanigans about wanting to leave the team.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest takeaway from here was KD essentially said, I wanted to leave because I didn't feel like there was enough accountability in the organization and how the organization didn't really have a winning culture and a championship culture associated with it.
They really didn't.
It didn't. But I also look at KD who, does have rings himself and who has been a part of that championship culture in the Warriors.
He's the reason why there wasn't that championship
culture.
Yeah,
like, bro, you are the one that has to establish that. The Nets haven't done anything like that in their history nothing.
Every time Steph Curry has a team, right? Every time LeBron has a team, right? They establish that
They feel
culture.
like they have a chance.
They're like...
And like...
No, we're establishing this, like, they are the bigger person, and they're like, I am the leader of this team. KD's not that leader.
He's not.
And according to himself.
According to himself. You got him,
KD, if you're listening, man, we'll life coach you.
We will.
Just let us know.
Gladly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all I had, bro.
That's all we got.
Period.
The longest episode of 50 Shades of NBA.
Episode 5.
Oh, doozy,
baby. But we appreciate y'all listening. We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.